All right, here we go. Pulling out of the farm. It is 4:25 in the morning. Go pick Jay up. We're gonna hit the road to Idaho. Today we'll be driving, I don't know, probably try to get in 18-20 hours. If we're really feeling up for it, we'll go the whole way, but it's about a 30-hour drive. I don't know, 1,800 miles, something like that. But Idaho, here we come. Stay tuned.
We don't leave a potentially wounded elk on the mountain or do something wrong. And so I was like, so he didn't come to the log, he was here. Was he moving?
Exit right to exit 104, US 191 North, Elk Street.
That's it for I-80. We were only on it for 25 hours. Now we start heading north. Okay. First day in the unit. My first day in the elk woods. Season opens in 3 days, so we have 3 days to scout, 3 days to try to find these elk. Regulated to 2 different units for this hunt. Looks like some pretty awesome country. My first time being in mountains like this. It's our first day, a couple hours till dark. Drove up this gnarly switchback. Probably gonna camp here for the night, but hopefully we can find the elk before the season starts. I got 3 days. Stay tuned. All right, first full day in the unit. So here's our camp. Not much to it. We didn't get it set up till about 9:30 last night, so it was already dark. Tent, fire. The name of the game today is going to be scouting. We did hear some bugles last night, about 3 in the morning. Not sure if they were on our unit or the unit next to us that we can't hunt, but we're going to kind of check that area out, hopefully find some sign. 2 full days of scouting before we can hunt on Friday, so hopefully we can find them. Stay tuned. Wow, it is simply beautiful up here. So far we found a lot of old sign, nothing fresh yet. Jay actually just found a small moose shed, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how common moose are in this area. I'll get some video of it in a little bit. I wasn't able to get any of that. But we're just searching for sign. First full day in the unit. Alright, afternoon update. We're some miles back here. Not quite sure how many. Lots of old signs so far. Jay had a pretty cool encounter with a moose right after finding that shed, so that's pretty sweet. Hopefully find some sign before it gets dark. Well, this is gonna put an end to day 1, first full day. I'm sitting right here right next to this giant rub, but we didn't find any fresh elk sign. We found a lot of old stuff, so we're just not in the right area yet. Like I said, Jay found that moose shed. That was pretty cool. Almost got ran over by another bigger moose, but there's 2 rubs right here. There's another one back there. It's been a pretty unforgettable first day, but nothing fresh. We'll see what we can do. All right, morning of day 2 scouting, our first full day. We woke up to bugling elk again this morning on the other side of the unit that we can't really hunt. But someone just drove by with an absolute slammer in the back of their truck. Absolute slammer. And pretty much the same thing today. We're going to go into some gnarly stuff, see if we can find some sign. Here's a moose shed that Jay found yesterday, so that's pretty cool. I found a little, I would imagine a mule deer shed. Tiny little guy. So we're out here. We'll keep you updated as the day goes on. Scouting. Kicking the balls so far. We picked a point on the map. Ended up being way steeper, way harder than we thought. It's going to take up the whole day. And there's just no elk sign up here. Everything's old. There's no water. So tomorrow we start hunting. We haven't found them, but I'm optimistic. We're going to move camp. Probably focus on some wetter, lower areas. And see if that's where the elk are holding. This was a kick in the balls today, but we're going to keep going. This stuff that we're in right now is thick. Like only see 10 yards in front of you thick. So, by the time we bomb back down, it'll probably be 3. Remove camp, do some evening scouting, and then tomorrow we load the guns. So, I'm excited, I'm optimistic, but today sucks. Real bad. Bugle back. It's on. We're going. What? Did you get that camera? Yeah. Not bad. Some rubs, some deer, or some elk shit that's just a few days old. Nothing super fresh yet. This is a crazy area, but we're getting closer. Outfitter camp we found probably about 4.5 miles back here. Doesn't look like it's been used for at least a while, so maybe it's getting ready for rifle season, maybe not. Not sure what to think of that, but it's out here. Things are escalating. I reset my back, put a trekking pole away, got the gun out. I can smell them. I found fresh sign. I'm in this little meadow. It's a perfect ambush spot. I'm gonna peek over the edge. But I can smell them. It smells like cattle's been here, but there's no cattle. And the wind is perfect right now. So I'm hoping they're right over this. We'll see. I found them. Fresh sign. Really fresh sign. Alright guys, sorry for the crappy audio. I'm way up here on top of the mountain, so it's awfully windy. Starting to head back down. Got myself pretty much in the middle of nowhere. We did find some fresh elk signs, so I'm gonna check this dark timber out here. Way out there. But if there's nothing in there, I'm sure this spot's gonna be toast for the rest of the week, so we're gonna bail out. I'm pretty far from camp, at least a few miles and a few mountains. So it's gonna be tough getting back to camp. It's almost 2 o'clock right now, so I really gotta start heading back. But we'll keep you updated. Still no elk spotted, but fresh elk sign today. Well, this is pretty much a wrap on day one of hunting. No elk spotted, but we did find some fresh sign. I'll have to talk to Jay when I get back, but I think we're gonna bail out of here. Just so much sign, but it's all so old. So we're gonna bail out of here, head to a new spot tomorrow.
All right, morning of day two. Yesterday, day one of hunting was, we started off good. I think we got it on camera. We got a bugle first thing in the morning. We couldn't find it. The terrain here is monstrous. My body is breaking down. It's only day two, 7 more to go, so we'll see how it goes. Isaac's an animal, been non-stop. He trained hard for this and it shows. So we've got some spots picked out today. We're gonna more or less scout with guns today. The elk are just not responding. There's no sign, heavily pressured. This place got pounded in bow season. We've been 5 to 7 miles off trail and found base camps and horse trails, and it's hard to get away from the pressure. So right now we're focusing on water, and that's what we're going to do today.
All right, guys, little day two update. We moved our camp probably about a mile as the crow flies. We actually packed up camp this morning and we're heading out of here. And of course, we heard a bugle. We let one loose and he answered. We were, if you look, way up on this ridge line, way up here, he bugles somewhere down in here in this river bottom. So we came down, set up in the river bottom, quite a ways south where he was, and we're gonna hunt tonight. Look around, look for signs, see what's like in the river bottom, and then maybe try to get above them tomorrow morning. We've seen them, or we've heard them twice in the same general spot the past 2 days. So day two of hunting, not much going on. Moved camp. Right now we're just doing some food stuff, treating some water. So we have water here. It's a little interesting drinking out of a stream for the first time, but it works. So stay tuned. Just finished that other interview, and my God, there's an elk. There's a cow elk. Probably a mile away, if not more. I don't think there's a realistic chance of me getting to her, but glass and elk. It's something. We're in kind of a predicament because I don't want my Onyx going too much because our phones are dying and we don't have any battery left. So we'd have to go all the way to the truck. So I'm going to keep an eye on these elk, see if anything else comes out. If a bull comes out, I'm making a move. 2.5, 3 hours until dark, so I know I could make a move over there. And I could get the wind in my advantage. So I'm going to look at Onyx, see if there's a chance. Because I see exactly where she went in. If there's a bull, I'll shoot. So, video diary, day two. I think I'm just going to wrap this up now before this hike back to camp. It's starting to get dark. I'm going to kind of still hunt this creek bottom all the way back to camp. It's probably a mile, mile and a half. Tomorrow morning, probably going to come back to this similar spot, see if I can catch anything coming out of this creek bottom. But then, I don't know what we're going to do. Probably stay here for a few more days, I would assume, since we're finally seeing some elk and the elk sign. But I'm at the hike back to the truck at some point to get more food, get chargers for the inReaches and the phones. My phone's about dead. inReach still has battery, so I can send messages on that, but as soon as the phones die, there goes our Onyx mapping. So I think that's what's going to have to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a 10-mile day, no doubt. guys update. I'm gonna keep it quick because the battery keeps dying because it's so cold out. But I'm going up to that glassing point this morning. Kind of where I saw them cows last night. We heard a bunch of bugles last night. Kind of in that general area. Okay guys, morning of day 3. To make this quick, the freezing weather's playing havoc on the GoPro batteries. But I'm making my way up this ridge line to see into this creek bed that I was glassing last night. Hopefully catch something going out. But I'm pretty sure I just glassed up an elk shed. Which is pretty sweet considering the pressure this area gets. I'll let you know in a second. Oh yeah, it's a shed. Not a very big one, but it's a shed of some kind. Just a little spiker. Just a little 4-horn elk. But that's still pretty cool. I found one in Nebraska, now Idaho, so maybe this will bring me good luck this morning. Stay tuned. Alright, change of plans. Truck's gonna move the weight. I'm up here surrounded by bulls. I can't be more than 300 yards away. And I have the wind and thermals in my favor, so I'm freaking going for it. This is nuts, guys. I circled and got way around up top above them. The thermals are rising. My wind is good. I can hear at least 2 bulls. One's a freaking hammer. Deep bugle. And I know Jay's down there chasing him too, so I don't know if the other bugle I hear is Jay. But I'm close and I'm in them. I'm running out of battery with everything. GoPro's almost dead. Phone's almost dead. I'm as far away from the truck and camp as you can get. At some point today, I gotta make it to the truck so we can get batteries. This is nuts, guys. I just saw a 6-point bull about 250 yards in front of me. If he would have been 100 yards closer, I could have shot him. But he's a satellite bull. He's that less of a bugle that I heard, because when I saw him, I heard a freaking bugle down below me. Hey, can't be that far. I hear something over here. I'm gonna keep my eyes open and sit here for a while. You know, boys. Yes. Alright, update time. Yeah, when they say elk hunting's hard, I'm not lying. I'm making this bomb down to the truck. It's about 5 miles. I'll recharge batteries, pick up some battery packs, re-up our food. We're going to be staying here the whole time. There's no doubt about it. There's too many elk. But today's going to be a 15-mile day by the time it's said and done. Hardest I've ever worked for anything. But hopefully it pays off. I saw that 6-point bull. That was the satellite bull. The one that was hammering in the valley. I don't know how big he was, but I'm gonna recharge, re-up food, head to camp, probably just do some glassing this afternoon. Pretty much know where they stopped bugling. We know where they are, unless for some reason they made an exit, but I don't think they did. Found this cool 4-horn shed today. So far, it's been the best day I've ever had in the elk woods. Stay tuned for updates. Well, I'm almost back to the truck, but this stream is absolutely beautiful. I'd imagine they're brook trout in it, but you could see some pretty decent sized trout in there. I'm sure they're all natural. We're in the middle of freaking nowhere. But some of them were at least a foot long, if not more. I'd imagine they're brook trout, but it's just super cool. For long distances, for hours and hours at a time, we have some thoughts. My main thought on this trip is, why didn't I bring a fishing pole? There's legit 12, 14-inch native trout in this stream. I'm assuming they're brook trout. I don't know. I did not research anything on the Idaho trout, but that would have been awesome to fish this creek for a little while and maybe even keep some for some meat, but that's my thought of the day. Alright guys, well, I'm on my way back to camp. I got a pack full of food, batteries, the whole 9 yards. Should be enough to keep us through at least 5-6 more days. Interesting development, I ran into some locals at the trailhead, horse hunters. So that's what we were suspecting, the people we saw on horses, which kind of changes the game a little bit. Might make us not hike around up on top of some of these hills as much, because those dudes can just bomb up there with their horses. They were super cool guys. One guy showed me his pictures of bulls he's killed in this area. So they're locals, and they drew this pretty rare tag. This is where they're hunting. So we must be in a pretty decent spot, I would say. But I'll keep you updated. Alright guys, I'm here in my little glassing nest. The updates aren't going to come as often, and they're going to be shorter because I'm running out of battery. We still might be back here for another 5 days. Lost one battery, one died because of the cold. One of them won't even turn on, so I don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm working with one good battery and no way to recharge it. So updates are going to be few and far between, but if anything happens, I'll keep you updated. So far, it's evening of day 4. Just up here glassing, looking to see if we can see anything coming off these ridge tops. I glassed one elk, couldn't tell what it was, maybe a small bull 2 miles away. Not sure if there's a play at that in the future, but it's going to keep on keeping on. We still got 4 or 5 days left to go, so I'll keep you updated if we see anything. Well folks, that may be a wrap for this hunt. We're packing out camp a little bit early, but there's some serious weather coming in. We talked to some locals that were hunting off horseback, and they told us about it, so we got to a place where we could find service, and it looks bad. So we might just bomb into Idaho Falls for a few days and have some fun. Maybe Jackson Hole. I've never been out west, so seeing some of this stuff might be kind of cool. But if the weather clears up, we'll go back out in another area, I'm sure. That might be it for us. Thanks for watching.